The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization. This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
A crowd of nearly 2,000 file on in inside the Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut for the inaugural edition of the Shoulder Check Classic. Hi everybody, join alongside my broadcast partner Jake Wilson. I'm Braden Schenk. So glad you can be with us here for this historic event for the game of hockey. Jake, some of the NHL's best, the PHF's best, and a Hockey Hall of Famer are all on site today, and we're playing for a great cause. Why don't you tell us about Shoulder Check?
Yeah, so the Shoulder Check is an HG40 initiative, which is inspiring young men and women to commit to supporting one another through small acts that have a big impact. Show them that being there is simple as a hand on a shoulder, hence the Shoulder Check. And the root of it all is, for those who didn't know Hayden Thorson, he was the epitome of what the HG40 Foundation represents. He was number 40 on the ice, but more importantly, he was a friend to all. Though Hayden left us way too early, he survived by the impact that he had on his friends, family, and even his competitors on the ice. Tonight, we show what the Shoulder Check is all about. And more importantly, we show that kindness, like the game of hockey we watched tonight, is a contact sport. And we want to give a special thank you and shout out to Mr. Rob Thorson and Mrs. Sarah Thorson, who put this entire event on for our community tonight. What was only a vision in September is now a reality today.
And it's going to be a historic night of hockey for sure. I can see, Jake, you're fired up. You got your jersey on. You're ready to go here. We've got two teams playing tonight. We've got Team Martin St. Louis and Team Matt Molson. They did a draft. We have 17 NHL All-Stars, 6 PHF, which is the Premier Hockey Federation, the Women's League, and a Hockey Hall of Famer, all in attendance today. Let's start with Team White today, which will be Team Martin St. Louis. Why don't you walk us through some players to watch and the coach, Martin St. Louis?
Yeah, so headlining Team Martin St. Louis, you have Emma Vlasic, who's one of the top players in the Women's League, as well as Chris Kreider, who very popular in this area, number 20 on the New York Rangers, and then Adam Fox, another New York Ranger, number 23. And of course, headlined by the great Marty St. Louis, who, to the best of our knowledge, is the only NHL Hall of Famer in the building tonight. And then as we move on over to what will be the black team tonight, which is team Matt Molson, who is headlined by Coach Matt Molson, played at Cornell, and then for the Sabres, and about 13 years in the NHL. That team will be headlined by, of course, the #1 pick in the shoulder check draft, Trevor Zegras of the Anaheim Ducks, who seems to be arguably the most popular player in the National Hockey League right now. And you got Kevin Shattenkirk, who was just recently traded from the Anaheim Ducks to the Boston Bruins on a 1-year contract. Great journeyman in the NHL who will be here tonight at 34 years old. And then, of course, Mika Zibanejad of the Rangers, another popular figure here tonight.
Kevin Shattenkirk, 7 NHL teams he's played for.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned Trevor Zegras, the first player to join this cause of the shoulder check, something that the Thorsons had a vision of, as you mentioned. They brought it to life. Trevor Zegras hopped on board, brought some friends along with him, and we have a great night of hockey here tonight. Like I said, NHL All-Stars, professional women's players, some Hall of Famers, a little bit of everything here today, and a game that's going to be interesting for sure. 2 20-minute halves, if you will. I guess we're calling them periods still, though. There might be some changes in there. Look out for some curveballs, though. We've got a great MC on hand today. A name that a lot of people might know very, very well with the name of hockey there. We'll get to that in just a bit, though.
Definitely.
But there's a lot of curveballs we'll see today. It's going to be a fun night of hockey, and again, just a great night for the HT40 Foundation, the entire cause.
Yep. So we're going to open up tonight with 4v4. So obviously one player down from the traditional game of hockey, and then around halfway through or maybe 3/4 through, we're going to move to a 3-on-3 format, and then if we're lucky at the end, we might even get a shootout. Maybe Trevor Zegras will bless us with seeing the Michigan in person.
And that's something we're talking with the MC, Dave Maloney, one of MSG's great. He said he's going to throw some curveballs in there. He's just going to kind of go with it. You know, he might add some stuff in there. You can see the fans following in. They got their Rangers jerseys. 7 Rangers playing here today. A lot of big names. And again, it's just great for the community, great for the game of hockey. And it's a lot of local guys just showing off southwestern Connecticut here. A lot of Greenwich, Darien, some just over the border in New York, New Rochelle, Bedford natives. So southwestern Connecticut has this hotbed, and they're coming out to play today here at Terry Connors Ice Rink.
As you mentioned that, another important factor on Team Martin St. Louis. So there's going to be 5 players from Brunswick School that are participating tonight. 3 of them will be playing for Team Marty St. Louis, and Phil Kemp of the Edmonton Oilers, John Hayden of the Seattle Kraken, the newest franchise in the NHL, and Kevin Shattenkirk, the newest member of the Boston Bruins.
That's something that head coach Ron Van Bell at Brunswick has built a dynasty in Greenwich, Connecticut. We just saw the 2006 game, the Rising Stars game, and there was a lot of Brunswick Bruins out there today. So one of the best programs in the New England Prep League, and they translate to great NHL players as we've seen, and that's going to be an interesting connection to watch tonight. Phil Kemp, John Hayden, Shattenkirk. They're all going to make a good trio out there as they're trying to watch. But again, fans trickling in. You can see they got their jerseys on. They got the little shoulder patch on for the shoulder check on the left shoulder. Also interesting, all the players wearing Hayden's number 40 out there tonight.
Yep, so it's going to be the format of the game, as we mentioned before, is going to be 4-on-4. And like you just mentioned, it's going to be all the players wearing number 40. We believe that they're going to be wearing their professional team helmets. So if you have a favorite player, that's how you'll be able to identify them. But, Braden, we look forward to a great night of hockey here at Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut, and it's not very often that you get this number of star-studded talent in one building, except maybe the NHL All-Star game.
You're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. We still have about 15 minutes or so until puck drop, but we have a lot of pregame festivities that we are going to see out here. We're going to see all the All-Stars introduced out here. There's going to be a special rendition of the National Anthem, some words from the Thorsons, and again, just a great night for the game of hockey here tonight, and a sellout at Terry Connors Ice Rink.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
So we talked about the teams, Martin St. Louis, Matt Molson, a great night as we keep mentioning here. And like I said, we don't really know what to expect out of it tonight. There's going to be a little bit of everything, a little bit of just chaos here tonight, but it's going to be fun to see the players out there the off season here as they get ready to lace up the skates for the winter season upcoming. So definitely an opportunity for the players to lay back almost and relax. And from the players' point of view here, how is it like to come out and play in a charity game like this?
Yeah, I think like you mentioned, this is almost kind of a warm-up for them. The NHL season is not going to start until October, but, I think they're all definitely happy to get out here, strap the skates on. I was out back with a few of the NHL guys, and, a few of them were mentioning how, they haven't really strapped up their skates, too often this summer. They've been getting some workouts in, but mainly it's been off-the-ice stuff. So, they're definitely looking forward to the opportunity, just like we're looking forward to the opportunity to watch them play here.
And you see on your screen right there some of the players trickling out of the locker room. That was from our Rising Stars game, players born in 2006, and we saw a great game, 5-3 in favor of Team White. Came down to the last couple seconds there. Team Black pulled the goalie, then Team White came in, took some shots there. A lot of good programs from all over the country, as we were noting. You know, a lot of Connecticut schools, Brunswick, Taft, Hotchkiss, but as you pointed out, some schools from Boston showing up to play in the Rising Stars game.
Dexter Southfield, one of the top, perennial prep programs, had a player represented. You had Notre Dame West Haven, who's one of the top, if not the top public program here in the SEAC in the state of Connecticut. But, it really was a wide variety of players, all of which had played with Hayden at some point in their lives. And, it was really just a great culmination to see the young talent coming up. And as we mentioned, a pretty good opportunity for them. It's not very often you have an NHL head coach in the building, and Marty St. Louis of the Montreal Canadiens. So, you put on a show for him, and maybe a few years down the line, you get your name called on draft night.
That's what we're saying. These NHL players, an opportunity for them to step out of the locker room, watch what their potential teammates might be in a couple of years. And we saw a lot of good talents, a lot of good moves out of there, good shots, good saves, and just great talent overall from the 26-plus players playing in the Rising Stars game. We got about 5 minutes or so before we head off to our pregame coverage. We're going to step aside on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be right back with more of the inaugural edition of the Shoulder Check Classic.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We Are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We Are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We Are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We Are On the Stage. We Are At the Big Games. We Are On the Field. We Are In the Gym. We Are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media. DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
chewing up a lot of bandwidth. We're all the same. I mean, we're wired, but yes. Got me? Good. So, this thing's going to get going, and I'll tell you what I'm going to say, okay? But in general, just basically try to get the best shot. Expect that we're on you. Just hold still. Mic in his hand. Are you in your
We are just about ready to go in the first ever edition of the Shoulder Check Classic. And now we send you down to our MC of the night, Mr. Dave Maloney.
Hello and Good evening, everyone. My name is Dave Maloney, and I want to welcome you to the first ever Shoulder Check Showcase. And I say first ever because you are all part of the start of something special that's going to begin right here this evening. Now you're going to see you've already seen some great hockey. For those of you who are here for the 06 game, which was a tremendous exhibition of youth hockey. And the founding members of the Shoulder Check people have set an agenda. And what we want to do is recognize how important it is to make kindness a contact sport. No matter if you play a sport or not, whether it is in the locker room, the classroom, or the lunchroom, every one of us here in this wonderful facility in downtown Stamford has the power to check in on their team. Every one of us has the ability to let the person next to you know you are there for them. That's what Shoulder Check is all about. It's making the commitment to reach out, check in, make contact. That's the message. That's the message we all want all of you to carry out of this building this evening. Spread it around. Show everyone you know that a small act, like a simple hand on a shoulder, can make a profound difference in someone's life. I thought it was interesting after the 06 game, the 20-so-odd players all got together and wrapped their arms around one another. Appropriate message. Now again, this is an overwhelming turnout on behalf of Rob and his wife Sarah. And first of all, we thank those who are here physically tonight, but there were a lot of people behind the scenes that had an awful lot to do with what is happening here tonight. Our founding partners, the Prentice Hockey Performance and Droga 5. Flagship sponsors are JP Morgan Chase, Madison Square Garden, and ESPNW. Our Hall of Fame supporters, Hedgeye, the Mid-Fairfield Youth Hockey Association, the premier hockey association in the state of Connecticut. Ed Hart Equipment, our all-star supporters, 18 Summers, Aloha, Body Armor, Deb Heidi at Houlihan Lawrence, Pac Pilates, the Rossman Law Firm, and Ryasap. Our first line supporters, Backyard Realty, the Connecticut Hockey Foundation, Four Forks, Novid Surgical, Palmer's Market, the YMCA, and most importantly, Wave Strong of Darien. Now I'd like to welcome back your 2006 Rising Stars to the ice. So now we have to take a minute and reorganize hockey players. Us hockey players need a little guidance. So guys, if you could all just kind of move between the blue lines. Come back this way. All the way back. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. If you can get as close as you can between the blue lines, that'd be great. Thanks, fellas. You know, you talk about hockey as a wonderful community. It's a tight community. It's a small community. And the local programs here in the state of Connecticut contribute in numerous ways on and off the ice. So I'd like to introduce some of those representatives of different youth hockey programs in the state of Connecticut. From the Darien Youth Hockey Association, Henry Choi. From the Darien Youth Hockey Ice Cats, Ella Harrison. From Darien High School, Kate Brown and Elliot Lancaster. From New Haven High School, from the new high school, Gavin Fitzpatrick. I apologize. That is New Canaan. From the New Canaan Winter Club, Desmond Fitzpatrick. From the Greenwich Cardinals, the Greenwich High School, please welcome Kyle and Lindsay Allen. From the Mid-Fairfield Stars, say hello to Chloe Cleaves and Natalie Beach. From the Mid-Fairfield Junior Rangers, Luke and Evan Schneider. From the Stanford Sharks, please say hello to James Barnum McCaffrey and Elizabeth Tuttle. From the Greenwich Junior Cardinals, Thomas Lanzarone. From the State Line Girls Program, please say hello and welcome Emily Koloff. From the Greenwich Skating Club, Jackson Bogardus and Bo Carpentieri. And then finally, from the Stanford West Hill program, please say hello to Sean Fox. Very capable representatives of wonderful youth programs in this area. Good luck to all of you. Have some fun. Now it's time to introduce the big fellas and gals that we have playing here tonight in our pro game. From the Los Angeles Kings, number 36, Steven Santini. From the Edmonton Oilers, number 76, Phil Kemp. From the Connecticut Whale, Alyssa Wolf-Heiler. From the New York Rangers, number 27, Brett Berard. Also from the New York Rangers, number 21, Barclay Goudreau. From the Anaheim Ducks, Nikita Nestorenko, number 62. One of my favorite guys from the Seattle Kraken, number 15, John Hayden. From the Metropolitan Riveters, number 44, Taylor Marchand. From the New York Rangers, number 25, Adam Fox. From the Florida Panthers and the Darien Wave, please welcome number 13, Spencer Knight. From the Montreal Canadiens, please welcome number 34, Strauss Mann. From the U.S. Olympic team and the KHL number 11, Kenny Agostino. From the Connecticut Whale, number 15, Emma Vlasic. From the Carolina Hurricanes, number 22, Brett Pesci. A product of USA Hockey, now playing with the South Carolina Stingrays in the ECHL, Patrick Harper. From the Washington Capitals, Sonny Milano. From the New York Rangers, 93, Mika. From the Boston Bruins, New Rochelle and Greenwich, number 12, Shaddy, Kevin Shattenkirk. From the Buffalo Sabres, this guy's going to be a good one, number 19, Peyton Krebs. From the Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights, number 16, Pavel Dorofiev. Had a tremendous career with the New York Islanders, moving on to Chicago. Welcome, please, number 12, Josh Bailey. Your captains for this shoulder check original showcase game. From the Anaheim Ducks, number 11, Trevor Zegras. From the New York Rangers, number 20, Chris Kreider. Last but not least, selected first overall in the draft from the Connecticut Whale, Hannah Beatty. Thank you, Chris. Coaching the white team, Hall of Famer, Marty St. Louis. A guy that has been unbelievably important to the start of this foundation and has been instrumental in putting together the next generation of fitness, let alone getting all these good players, pro players out here. Please, a warm welcome for Ben Prentice. Coaching the black team, former Islander, L.A. King, probably about a scratch golfer by now, Matt Molson. Followed by Mid-Matt. Welcome back to the East Coast from Hamden, Connecticut, two-time Stanley Cup winner, now New York Ranger, Jonathan Quick. Now we get to the poignant part of this evening. If you take a look at the jerseys of our players are wearing here tonight, you'll notice a blue patch on the right shoulder. The blue patch, very similar to the one each and every one of them that was signed by the pros. The shoulder signifies something very important. It's a commitment to reaching out, checking in, making sure everybody's okay. A small gesture with a very big impact. The impact being that kindness is cool. Now, if everyone else in the building would please rise. If you have a t-shirt that had the patch on it, if not, it's time to put the shoulder check into action, regardless if you have the t-shirt on or not. So I would ask everyone to take your left hand and place it on the shoulder, the right shoulder of the person to your left. I'd like the players, coaches, referees, and local reps to do the same. This is awesome, absolutely awesome. I would ask that the captains, Chris and Trevor, join me here for a moment to kick this off. And I would also ask for the 6 players from the 06 game to come on over. This is going to be a very simple act that really says it all. So on 3, I would ask that you all raise your hands and repeat after me. And this is everyone in the building, everyone on the ice. 1, 2, 3. Reach out. Reach out. Not bad. Check in. Make contact. Not bad. We're going to do it one more time. Reach out. Reach out. Check in. Check in. Make contact. Make contact. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a winner. So we would all ask that you remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome Tula M. Bruce, an 8th grade student at Sachs Middle School in New Canaan, for the singing of our national anthem. Go get them.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Terrific job. And the final act before we get the showcase classic game, a few words from Rob Thornton.
Thanks, everybody. Listen, real quick, my quick speech says it on the page. On behalf of Sarah, Elke, and I, the HT40 Foundation, I just wanted to say what an amazing gathering this is. It's incredible. The shoulder check is for everyone, and now every single one of us here tonight are the movement's founding members. I can't say enough how grateful we are for everyone here on the ice, obviously, everyone in the stands, of course, and everybody in these light blue jerseys in the building. Not only did these folks come today to help make this possible, they've been with us on every step of the way of the journey, coming up with this idea and putting it together, and especially the folks here on the bench, our HT40 Foundation shoulder check team. Hayden wore number 40 on the ice, so it's an incredible honor for everyone here to be wearing that number tonight. He was our inspiration, and he's the reason we're here. And with that, I'll leave it to Dave.
All right. That's great stuff. All right, we put down the gauntlet now. The 06 put on a pretty good show out here. You guys better get it done, and gals better get it done out here. Let's go play some hockey.
The always great Dave Maloney firing up the crowd, a crowd of nearly 2,000 on their feet, initiating in the shoulder check chant, if you will, and truly a special night inside of the Terry Connors ice rink. And of course, we've got to get the picture. The 2006 Rising Stars, the NHL All-Stars all coming together at the Stanford Sharks logo to take a quick picture before this monumental game.
Definitely, and anyone who witnessed that last section of this production, obviously it's really a moving moment. And, we hope that carries on to another moving hockey game filled with excitement, highlights, and, really just an honor to be able to be in the building to witness such a great event for an even more important cause.
I mean, it might just be me, but I had shivers down my spine when they did that shoulder check chant there. Everyone put their left hand on their right person's shoulder next to them, initiating contact. They're making kindness a contact sport tonight. Reach out, check in, make contact. That's the goal of tonight, and that's the whole reason the HT40 Foundation exists, and they're putting on this great event tonight.
Definitely. Now it's looks like we're about to get underway here. Get ready to play some high-level hockey here in Stamford, Connecticut.
Again, some of the game's best will be going at it tonight. You heard the roars of the crowd when they announced them one by one out on the ice. A lot of Connecticut natives returning home today. New Canaan, Greenwich, Darien, Milford, Hamden. So many other towns in the Nutmeg State getting some representation here today and really across the country, as now the coaches will fire up their squads. On one side, we mentioned Team Marty St. Louis, led by his great assistant coach. You want to tell us about Ben?
Oh, yeah, Ben Prentice. That'll be Team Marty St. Louis' assistant coach. He was one of the major sponsors for this event tonight as well. He's the founder of Prentice Hockey Performance over above Stanford Twin Rinks, and he's trained Stanley Cup champions, Olympic gold medalists, NHL All-Stars. I'd say the majority of the players on the ice tonight are on the ice because of him, and he's really helped a lot of these guys along the way. And as we move over to Team Matt Molson's side, obviously led by Coach Matt Molson, 13-year NHL veteran, just recently retired from the AHL in 2022, and he's led by his assistant Jonathan Quick, who just won his third Stanley Cup with the Vegas Golden Knights and was just recently signed on July 1st to a contract with the New York Rangers. So a lot of pride for him here in the building tonight, and he's from Milford, Connecticut, one of the hometown heroes for a lot of young hockey players around here in the state. And we look forward to seeing his coaching job here tonight for Team Matt Molson.
I mean, Jake, you mentioned Matt Molson and Jonathan Quick, but you're forgetting the two little guys on the other side. They brought their kids with them to help them coach today. They brought the helmets out. The kid of Jonathan Quick brought the goalie mask out with him. I got to assume the Jonathan Quick goalie mask gets some protection out there, but truly a full coaching staff.
I'm sure he's ready to go.
Team Matt Molson and the black team, Team Molson. Of course, players will stretch up, get ready to go here. Again, you're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation, putting on this production of the Shoulder Check Classic. Braden Shank and Jake Wilson with you. So glad you can be with us. And again, a sellout here at Terry Connors. Some fans still trickling in here, even though starting a little bit later here. And
it's a sellout crowd. Yesterday, we actually had to boost up 150 more tickets so that people could join in. And we want to make it clear to all our viewers tonight, this is going to be more than just a hockey game. We're going to have interviews being conducted with, some of the best players, some of the best hockey figures in the state, as well as there's going to be live on ice interviews with both the head coaches and some of the top players. And, look forward to such an amazing event.
Both goalies get their respective posts on one side for Team Black. You have the likes of Spencer Knight, the Darien native, Darien High School Avon Old Farms, returning home to Stanford. And on the other side, a Greenwich native, Strauss Mann, the Lavelle Rock goalkeeper, and he'll be defending the goal for Team Marty St. Louis and the White Squad.
Yep, and as you mentioned, Spencer Knight, definitely one of the fan favorites. Darien is about a 5-minute walk to the west, or to the east of us. And, so, big cheer from the crowd, obviously, when he came out. He was the 13th overall pick for the Florida Panthers in the 2022 NHL Draft after playing his college hockey at the great program up at Boston College in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. And as you mentioned, Strauss Mann, the other team goalie for Team Martin St. Louis, who, like you mentioned, Greenwich native, Laval Rocket, the Quebec League, and he'll be number 34 tonight. Number 23rd pick of this year's draft. Also played his college hockey at Brunswick School, which is just down the road in Greenwich.
We keep mentioning all these picks here. We probably should have prefaced it. There was a draft for this game.
Yeah.
That's how official this
that.
was. Trevor Zegras going first overall to his squad, Team Matt Molson. But again, all 20 plus of these players were drafted in a very official draft. And it just goes to show the level of competitiveness we might see out here. A lot of rivals getting renewed out here, both at the collegiate level, the professional level, the AHL level, and everything in between. So a lot that is going to be played for tonight. And again, a great cause.
And definitely, as you mentioned, those top picks, we went number 1, Trevor Zegras, the Anaheim Duck, who played his college hockey at Boston University. Second, we had Chris Kreider, obviously a fan favorite, a veteran of the New York Rangers. And then to the third, we had Mika Zibanejad, another fan favorite from the New York Rangers. And then, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but Adam Fox, also from the New York Rangers, who went 4th overall. And then, of course, the recent Boston Bruins signee, Kevin Shattenkirk, who came over from Trevor Zegras' Anaheim Ducks last month.
Do want to point out, head coach Marty St. Louis was stacking up on the New York Rangers. His first 3 picks were natives of the New York Rangers. Kreider, Fox, who was the third one he took? Goodrow at 6th overall was for Team Marty St. Louis. So the New York Rangers definitely preface it on Team Marty St. Louis, but they got some teammates on the other side. Mika Zibanejad, one of the best players in the National Hockey League, finished 18th in the entire NHL in points this season, looking to put on a clinic here today at Terry Connors Ice Rink.
Definitely, and we look forward to a great night of hockey. It's, like I mentioned before in the production, for those of you just joining, I can't name a time where you have this much hockey talent in the building except maybe the NHL All-Star game. And, we obviously got some NHL All-Stars here on the ice tonight, and even recent Stanley Cup champion obviously Jonathan Quick on the bench of Team Matt Molson, as well as
Adam Fox.
Adam, is it?
NHL All-Star right there, 2023. Stanley Cup champion?
Paul Dvorak.
Look at that, pulling out the fact right there.
Yeah.
I don't know, all the All-Star
Took a
game
minute to
talk,
find
Stanley Cup mentions there. I had to figure out what we're talking about here. Well, I got a hold of it, though, now as the team's once again finishing up their pregame rituals here. This place is packed right now, as you can't see it on the screen. Every seat is filled, standing room only around the glass. I have not seen a crowd this big at Terry Connors in my 18 years living in Darien, Connecticut.
I cannot say I have either. Great venue for a great event, and looks like the players are starting to finish up their warm-ups, and we're going to get underway here tonight. And I just want to reiterate it before the game starts tonight. Anybody who's looking for more information on the HD40 Foundation can go simply to www.hd40.org. And you can also find a donation link there. But if you would like, feeling generous to donate currently, all you have to do is text shoulder check, one word, shoulder check, to 56651. That is shoulder check to 56651. We'll be reiterating that throughout the game. And great. We all got to remember tonight what the overarching goal of this event is. Obviously, we're going to see some great hockey, but like I mentioned before, it's for an even better cause.
As you mentioned, Jake, on the pregame open, we will start with the 4-on-4, so an interesting, unique way to start this game off, but it's just going to add to the intensity here today, the quick, fast play style of play we're going to see.
Yep, and it looks like for Team Marty St. Louis, we're going to have, of course, the fan favorite Chris Kreider, as well as Sonny Milano. Chris Kreider taking the face-off.
Got to get the two captains out there taking the face-off. Chris Kreider, Trevor Zegras, the first and second picks respectively.
That's correct.
And they got
looks like we're also going to have Phil Kemp of the Edmonton Orioles.
Oh, we're starting with a shootout. How about this? Zegras looking to get us started.
Oh, almost.
And stopped by Strauss Mann. Was
Great
looking
save
to go with the lacrosse-style goal, something he's done in his career before. And now here is Sonny Milano.
Here we go.
Actually just handing it off. No, here he goes.
Sonny Milano with the hair.
Milano on Knight, takes the shot, and he scores.
5 holes. Just a warm-up here for Knight. He'll get that one later in the game, don't worry.
I got to assume they're shooting for puck, and that's how our face-off is done. Sonny Milano. Nope, they're just going to do a face-off on it. You got to get some antics up there, and that's the first goal of the night, actually, for Sonny Milano.
And here we go. Trevor Zegers versus Chris Kreider. Kreider's going to take the win.
And now here's Milano. In his near side with it. Again, Team White, Marty St. Louis. Shot there. Stopped by Strauss-Mann. And in Team Black, Matt Molson. Again, it's going to be a quick-paced game. 2 20-minute halves here today. Running clock. Retreating it back to Spencer Knight, the goalkeeper. So again, 1 shot on goal for both of those teams, and that was that opening penalty shot format, I guess you could say, we started with. Sonny Milano getting the game started with a goal.
And as you mentioned, with the 4-on-4, we're going to have players playing some positions they're not too used to, although being in the NHL, I'm sure they're all pretty fluid.
Grabs the give and go, gets it right back, hands it back behind the nets. Along the near side, there's Zegras. Trevor Zegras takes the shot off of the shoulder of Strauss-Mann, and Mann has made his second stop of the ball game. Going all the way down ice, Spencer Knight with the touch. Just hand it off to his teammates. And the likes of Brett Berard. Again, a lot of talent out here today. We're going to see it. Berard keeps it on moving. Now here's Bailey. It's actually Kemp. Shot there and it's in. Mika Zibanejad sneaks one past Mann. And just like that, Team Black gets the equalizer. And 90 seconds in.
And that'll get the fireworks started. Zibanejad, obviously a fan favorite, member of the New York Rangers. Quite the play there.
Mika Zibanejad, he had a good season for himself. Played in all 82 games, led the Rangers with 39 goals. And now he's got Team Black on the board to make it 1-1. Zibanejad on the near side.
Staying on the ice.
And the near Santini. Shot there, stopped by Mann. And that one hits the net and goes out of play. Face-off will be ensuing. To the right of Mann. Inside the Team Molson attacking zone. Zibanejad loses this one. Now here comes Team Marty St. Louis.
It's a good win there by
Hayden.
Dorofeev.
Vlasic. Emma Vlasic, the star of the Connecticut Whale of the Premier Hockey Federation. Now Mika Zibanejad trying to get fancy with it. Hands it off to Shattenkirk. Patrick Harper playing the defense. Harper, the native of New Canaan, Connecticut, playing overseas in the Swedish League currently.
Pass over there to Shattenkirk. Ooh, nice cross-ice pass to Pesci. He's going to get that in the front.
Here's Harper. Dorofeev right with him. Harper looking to go up against 2 defenders. Shattenkirk turns him away. Slows down the puck here. Couple minutes in. 1-1 our score. Brett Berard, the give and go to Shattenkirk.
He's looking for him again.
And Berard buries that one in. Brett Berard, the star of Providence College, and soon at future New York Ranger, gives Team Black the 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, that's some great stick work. That's about probably the best stick work, some of the best stick work this rink's ever seen.
And that was a player that impressed head coach Matt Molson at the World Juniors. He's only 20 years old, folks. He's going to be a star for the New York Rangers here upcoming, currently playing for the Hartford Wolfpack up in upstate Connecticut. Milano looking for his seconds. And I've got to say, Sonny Milano, I think he's got the award for best hair in the NHL.
Oh, I'd have to agree. Either him or, well, I guess Bertuzzi cut his hair, but he used to hold that title.
Up in the air, knocking this one down. Coming up the near side, there's Berard. Milano playing the defense, turns it away to Fox. Wolfeiler. Right back to Berard. Team Black applying the pressure.
Surprisingly, some pretty good defense going on here. You know, and here we go.
Chris Kreider, the 2-on-1. Santini tries to come back, gives this one over.
Gaudreau.
Gaudreau, and he can't get the finishing touch. Barclay Gaudreau was looking to get a goal for Team Marty St. Louis.
He's going to need a change with Phil Kemp coming on the ice.
Kemp now trying to get it over to the Boston Bruin, Shattenkirk. Again, the give and go. Berard right back to Shattenkirk, wide open, down low. The finishing touch, Wolfeiler can't get it. And instead, it's going to be Team Marty St. Louis coming up the near side. Here's Kemp. Phil Kemp, the defender. But again, on 4-on-4, you got to play some offense in you. Wearing the number 76 tonight.
John Hayden giving pretty tenacious defense there.
Nesterenko. Over to his fellow Anaheim Duck, Trevor Zegras. To Augustino, right back to Zegras. The shot just high of Strauss-Mann in net. And Trevor Zegras was looking for one. Agostino over to Hayden, past his stick. Agostino once again, the shot, and this one's in. Kenny Agostino puts one up for Team Matt Molson, and it is all Team Black right now, 3-1.
Yeah, poor Strauss, man. Good start, couple saves, but you can't do much about that when you're just getting absolutely peppered with shots from some of the league's best.
Kenny Agostino returning to Connecticut, the Yale product, now over playing at the Torpedo team in the Continental Hockey League, mainly in Russia with some teams in Belarus, Kazakhstan, and China. So a good program over in Europe. Was looking to get it to Zegras. 14:30 to go in this opening period. So again, 2 20-minute periods, running clock, but we could see some tricks in there, so just beware. Zegras. Over to Pesce, Brett Pesce, the Caroline Hurricane. Agostino, right back to Pesce. Pesce down low, Agostino looking for another, turn away by Strauss-Mann.
Good work there by Mann to get in front of that puck.
And Mann's getting some work for him early in this one. Harper, over to Hayden, just past the stick of Hayden. Right back to a wide open, Harper. Can't get it, and stopped by Spencer Knight.
That's a great composure there by Knight to get that into his glove. Although a weaker shot than I think that we'd be accustomed to from Harper.
Short pass over to Dorofeyev. Off the stick of Vlasic. Kreider right back to Vlasic. Loses it to Peyton Krebs. And here comes Team Matt Molson the other way. Fox, the only one to play defense, the 3-on-1 rush. Zibanejad to Santini. The shot, stopped by Mann. And Mann in a no-man's land. Here's Chris Kreider now, the 1-on-1. The only man to beat is Bailey. The shot, stopped by the glove of Spencer Knight. And this is a quick-paced game right here.
Knight's going to let that one go for a little fast break action.
Krebs
for Team Matt Molson.
To Zibanejad, wide open. Bailey, that one's just high. And finally we get a whistle, so you can take a deep breath here.
Got to catch a breath.
Don't blink, you might miss something.
Oh yeah, this is some of the fastest hockey, obviously, we've ever watched. Most fast hockey I've watched live, other than the Boston Bruins games.
And it is still 4-on-4, so gotta be quick here.
I would think we're gonna have 4-on-4 for at least the first half, then maybe move it to 3-on-3 a little later in the second.
Milano wins it for Team Martin St. Louis. They're coming down here on the left side of your screen. Milano, and he goes top shelf. Sonny Milano using the backside of his stick. And the Washington Capital and Massapequa native makes it 3-2.
Massapequa, Long Island, that's a good take there by Milano. Not much Spencer Knight can do there. Milano's going to need a top shelf on him.
Frank Sonny Milano, the 8-year NHL veteran, gives Team White their second goal and his second goal of the contest. Again, we started with a shootout in which that was the first goal.
Yeah.
Zibanejad on the near side. He's got Krebs to his right. Instead of fancy pass to Bailey, right back to Krebs.
Yeah, and that's, he's having fun out there, clearly.
Krebs going past his defender, looking for Zibanejad. He can't finish his. Bailey now tries his luck, and that one goes out into the stands, although the netting stops it, so no one's walking away with a souvenir, except our referees for tonight's contest. Peyton Krebs.
It looks like Zibanejad. I feel like we just keep saying his name on the break. He's looking to get another goal tonight. He's into it. He's having fun.
He might have had the largest applause when he trotted out on the ice earlier.
He's definitely a fan
tonight.
favorite. Either him or Zegras, but you got enough Rangers fans in the building to give Mika that edge.
Shattenkirk stopped by Mann. Gaudreau now over to his fellow Ranger, Adam Fox. Fox, the defender, looking to score something. Gets it back to Kreider. Chris Kreider, the captain. To Milano.
Centering pass.
And stopped by
Great
Spencer
save there by
Knight.
Spencer Knight to track that puck and get to his left post to stop that try by Kreider.
Olfiler can't get there. Here's Dorofeyev. The Vegas Golden Knights. The 3-0 rush. Milano looking for his hat trick.
Another spectacular save there by Spencer Knight.
And
can't ask for much better there.
Milano was looking for his third. Spencer Knight turns him away. Now Berard going the other way for Team Matt Molson. Agostino with a nice move. Right back to Berard, and it's good for the goal. Brett Berard making it look easy out there. He's got his seconds in just the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that right there is just a perfect example of a little one-timer on the crease. That's about, as clean of a play as you're going to get in the game of hockey, and can't blame Strauss-Mann on that one.
Harper and Agostino on that face-off, won by Team Marty St. Louis and Harper. Harper now back to Hannah Beatty of the Connecticut Whale, one of 7 PHF players playing today. Again, that's the Premier Hockey Federation, the women's league in America, although they were just recently bought out by a group of investors led by Billie Jean King. So they're going to unionize, create a new women's hockey league that will be bigger and better. Pesci. To Nestorenko, down low to Wolfeiler. Now on the near side. Here's Phil Kemp. Over to Dorofeyev, instead cut off by Harper. Harper to Hayden. Keeps it in the offensive zone, won't need to clear it. Hayden. Over to Dorofeyev, doesn't take the shot, waits. Stops by Spencer Knights. Kemp. Looking for Dorofeyev, can't find it. 4-2 team Matt Molson leads. Nestorenko, he's got some run the breakaway.
Seaside fancy here, I'm sure.
The give and go, waits, and sends that one off the roof. Interesting play.
And that puck was gaining vertical fast. He was probably half a foot with Strassman's glove, and it didn't even reach the net. Just went straight up in the air.
Talk about getting some air on your shot. I mean, the ceiling's a good, what, probably 20, 30 feet in the air?
At least.
Even higher?
At least.
And that ball was shot up. I think he was expecting to play like a Madison Square Garden when he got a couple hundred feet until the roof. Definitely interesting to come play here at the Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh, definitely. Blast from the past for a lot of these guys.
Some of them actually made their debuts here with the Connecticut Whale, and this is where they used to play their home games for a season or two before moving to the Danbury Ice Arena and eventually up to Simsbury, Connecticut. Chris Kreider weaving through defenders. Kreider still has it. Dumps it off, was looking for Milano. Nestorenko playing the defense. Santini. Hayden now. Hayden. The shot stopped by the leg pad of Spencer Knight, trickles off, stays in play. Nestorenko gets it to his fellow Anaheim Duck, Trevor Zegras. The Anaheim connection, can they get something?
I think Zegras just waited a little too long there. He's debating, am I take it myself or am I going to center it up? Or who just get one right here, share the love on the crease. Oh, through the legs, I mean.
And Strauss-Mann making the stick stop there.
Strauss-Mann just kind of sold Trevor Zegras' clip. Made a clip of his own out of that. I'm sure Zegras will have enough clips at the end of the night, though.
Santini, one-on-one. Waits off of Strauss-Mann, and Mann makes another save. His 7th of the contest. Gaudreau. The give and go off his skate. Now wide open with some room to work. Milano on the wing. Shot there. Fox loses it. Now it goes right back to team Matt Molson. Shattenkirk on the near side in the Anaheim Duck shorts. Recently moving to the Boston Bruins. Now back to Bailey. Stopped by the defense of Adam Fox. There's a reason he's one of the best defenders in the National Hockey League. And he just has that ability to be in the right place at the right time.
Definitely.
Shattenkirk losing this one. Trying to regain it, but instead it'll be Hannah Beatty. The Williams College product. Scrum along the boards. Gaudreau. Now to Pavel Dorofeyev. Slowing it down, waiting for his other 3 players to come in. Gaudreau. Showing off some moves. The finishing touch, and Beatty can't finish. Stopped once again by Spencer Knight, and Spencer Knight putting together a good cause so far tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's got to have at least 6 or 7 saves so far tonight.
Zibanejad turned around and stopped by
Strauss.
Strauss-Mann. Have we seen a frozen puck yet? I don't think so. And I don't think we will.
Maybe once or twice. But, you can tell these guys are really enjoying themselves, trying to, clean up a few of their skills before the season comes around in October in kind of a fun, cheery setting.
Josh Bailey, former New York Islander. To Marchand. That's Taylor Marchand of the PHF entering the game for her first shift. From Vlasic. That's a good rivalry in the PHF, Connecticut and the Metropolitan Riveteers. One of 6 teams in the PHF. Zibanejad. Now to Peyton Krebs, fresh onto the ice. Santini. 5:25 to go before our intermission. To Shattenkirk. The shot, and he snipes it. Kevin Shattenkirk with the goal.
I'm sure a few Bruins fans watching will be happy to see that. just recently signed to a 1-year deal for the Bruins, coming over from the Anaheim Ducks. He's from New Rochelle, just down the road.
And a man they know as Deuces comes up with a goal.
And that's another Brunswick School product just down the road in Greenwich. And he will be finding himself right at home in Boston. He attended Boston University.
Shot there, just skipped out of play. That one off the stick of the Buffalo Sabres, Peyton Krebs. And we keep talking about the Brunswick School, one of the premier teams in Greenwich, Connecticut. 5 of their recent alums drafted in the NHL in the last 6 years. Oh yeah. Face-off won by Hayden and Team St. Louis. Milano slowing it down in the attacking zone. Milano down low looking for Hayden.
Great look there.
Turned away by Krebs, and here comes Team Molson up 5-2 in this contest. Milano all the way up ice, weaves through the flags. Ooh. Stopped by Spencer Knight.
Chance there.
Tonight they got the United States, the Canada, the Swedish flag up there, representing everybody here tonight at center ice at the Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut. Pesci. There's Wolfeiler coming on for her shift. Pesci along the boards, met with 3 defenders for Team St. Louis, and now here's Sonny Milano. He's played most of this game so far. Good pass to Chris Kreider, the captain. And Kreider shoots that one and scores. A goal for Chris Kreider. And just like that, Team St. Louis is back on the board.
Is it okay?
Face off here. Here's Brett Pesci winning it. Now along the near side. Wolfeiler can't get there.
Peyton Krebs
taking
the
Krebs.
zone. He's trying to get some action
maneuvering
tonight.
his way past the final touch. Can't getting it is Berard. Dorofeyev. Now over to Goodrow. Barclay Goodrow right back to Dorofeyev. Stopped by Spencer Knight.
And Knight is having himself a night so far. I think I got him at least 10 or 11 saves so far.
I like that pun right there.
Yeah, been waiting to pull that one out.
Harper now in the neutral zone into the attacking zone. Dorofeyev. Pavel can't get it. Shot stopped by Spencer Knight. 2:22 to go here in this opening period. 5-3 in favor of Team Matt Molson and Team Black.
Dorofeyev in front. He's not going to go for it.
Harper. He met by Nesterenko on the defense. Pass just shot of Dorofeyev, and Team White will need to clear the zone. Nikita Nesterenko in the right place at the right time. Instead, Dorofeyev comes over to intercept the pass. Wolfeiler playing the defense. Under 2 minutes to go. It's crunch time here. Again, a running clock, so there's no time to take a breather here. Harper the shot, and that is in. A goal for Team Marty St. Louis off the stick of Harper, I believe.
Yeah, that shot, it's probably clocking in at least 90 miles per hour, that puck. You know, Spencer Knight, he's a great goalkeeper, but you get that from point-blank range. There's just not much you can do about it.
That was a draft pick that when assistant coach Ben Prentice took him, his exact words was, kid's going to be special in this game. And he scores a goal right there.
Oh, yeah.
Young kid.
A New Canaan native. Played his college hockey at Boston University, just like a few other his college teammates here. Another chance. Good save there by Knight.
Spencer Knight with
He's
another.
probably moving into the teens for his save count tonight.
11 saves according to our scoreboard here at Terry Connors. Nesterenko. Pass intercepted by Hayden. Under a minute to go in this opening period. Santini. Shot there, stopped by Mann. Kreider, past Milano, rolling behind the net. Spencer Knight lets it go. Berard looking for Zegras, intercepted by Kreider. Good defensive pressure by Chris Kreider and Team St. Louis. Still 4-on-4. Hayden, shot there, and it is in. The one-timer to Sonny Milano. The hat can't stay on that hair. It's a hat trick for Sonny Milano.
Oh yeah, and I think that's got to be the second or third one-timer we've seen tonight. That seems to be tactic choice for both Team Mount Molson and Team Marty St. Louis as we get down towards the end of the first half. A reminder, we're going to be doing 2 halves tonight. Already great hockey. We look forward to another great half of hockey. One more
Kreider,
chance.
the shot stopped by Spencer Knight.
Who else but Spencer Knight?
We are 20 minutes into this contest. 5-5 our score with the best in hockey here. And Jake, what about Spencer Knight out there making 11 saves so far in this contest?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he feels right at home, and just like he should, you know. He probably grew up around 5 minutes down the road. And, you know, he's definitely putting on a show for the hometown crowd. We got him at 11 saves so far. I don't know if that's updated. That'll probably be 12 after that last save on the Chris Kreider shot at the end of the half. And he's definitely going to look forward to continuing that in the second half. I'm sure a lot of Florida Panthers fans are happy to be seeing him. He missed a large portion of this most recent NHL season, but when he was playing, he was phenomenal.
And the players have not left the ice yet. They're now talking with our crew here at Terry Connors. We did get word they were going to redo the ice, and are they going to close the boards on it? So nope, they are going to come off the ice, get the Zamboni out here. But again, another interesting thing is you see right there, they're all talking amongst each other. These guys are all friends out here, a little competition. Oh, yeah. But now the teams will exit the ice for an intermission. And Jake, what have you seen with this fast-paced game so far?
Oh yeah, I mean, this is clearly NHL's best on display. You know, we got, you know, one-timers. Trevor Zegers almost pulled the Michigan in the first, I want to say, 15 seconds of the contest. You know, you've seen really just fancy stick work all over the ice, as well as, you know, 1, 2, 3 touch passing in all 3 zones of the ice. And, you know, it's really been, you know, a spectacle is the way I'll describe it. And, you know, it's great. Fans are loving it, and great event. So far, a great game.
We're going to step aside on the DAF Media Network here for this intermission, but as the game has been quick, so is our commercial. So don't go anywhere, because we're going to be back in no time here on the DAF Media Network.
Fans, it's time for the raffle winner announcements. For all online auction winners, please see the staff underneath the clock by the main entrance to collect your winning prize. Here are the winning raffle numbers from this evening's drawings. The Adam Fox jersey, raffle number 424947. That's 424947. For the Josh Bailey jersey, raffle number 424443. Winner 424443. For the Barclay Goodrow jersey, winning ticket 393279. That's 393279. For the Matt Brown jersey, winning ticket 393258. For the Marty St. Louis jersey, raffle number 556323. Marty is 556323. For the Brett Pesci jersey, raffle number 393614. For the Strassman jersey, 424117. 424117. For Steve Santini, 424293. For the Alyssa Wolfeiler jersey, number 424564. For Sonny Milano's jersey, number 556202. Patrick Harper jersey, raffle number 393085. For Coach Matt Molson's jersey, raffle number 393663. Molson 393663. For the Hannah Beatty jersey, raffle number 393466. That's 393466. Brett Berard, raffle number 424948. For Nikita Nerestniko, raffle number 5563. That's not a correct raffle number. One digit's missing. We're going to come back to that one. For the Pavel Dorfaev jersey, raffle number 393486. For hometown Jonathan Quick, raffle number 393584. For Kenny Augustino, raffle number 556198. And finally, for the inaugural shoulder check jersey, raffle number 424757. All raffle winners can collect their prizes at the clock in the main entrance after the game. Thank you.
We welcome you back inside the Terry Connors Ice Rink here for the second intermission of the Shoulder Check Classic here. And Braden Shank, Jake Wilson with you. So glad you can be with us here on the DAF Media Network. Jake, we saw our first intermission, our only intermission of this game here. Hypothetical question here. What are the coaches telling their kids?
You know, to be honest, they're probably not saying too much about hockey, more so just, make it a fun event. I'm sure, we've seen a couple of signs in the building asking Trevor Zegras to do the Michigan. So maybe head coach Matt Molson will be asking him to bring out one of those for the fans. But, I think they're just going to say, keep playing hard, look at it as an opportunity to, get your skills sharpened up before the season and, honestly just have some fun and put on a show for the fans.
So teams take the ice for this second period. Again, 2:20 minutes running time. So there's not much stoppages here today, and the teams will get ready for this second period.
Bruce, what'd you do to the audio? Why are we over-modulating that? Oh, because of this.
And we also heard some raffle winners here at the intermission. How special is that, Jake, for someone to potentially walk away with a game-used jersey by their favorite player?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not very often that you get to have, such an in-depth personal experience with, these NHL stars. So, I'm sure they got at least 10 or 15 people going home happy tonight with a brand new jersey to hang in the room.
So teams taking the ice once again. 5-5 our score. Tied between Team Matt Molson and Team Marty St. Louis. We have 20 minutes of hockey left to be played, and if it's anything like the first half, it's going to be a wild next 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I think we're got to be guaranteed to hit at least 10 goals apiece for each squad tonight. Although the way Spencer Knight's been playing, if he keeps this up, perhaps Team St. Louis won't get above 7.
Do we know, are we doing a shoulder check classic MVP at the end of the game?
Let's take a look at the schedule here.
I feel like Spencer Knight would be an early front runner for that MVP.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you also got Sonny Milano represented Team Marty St. Louis. 3 of the team's 5 goals in the first period. So
Nika's had a pretty good day as well for Team Matt Molson. But if it was my vote, it only fits that the hometown kid Spencer Knight will get the win, or one of the hometown kids, I should say.
I was going to say, we're in Stamford here. We're in neutral territory today.
Got a few steps from the border, but yeah.
I mean, I think Darien, New Canaan, Greenwich, maybe even New Rochelle are all claiming this home here today.
Definitely.
The teams take back to the ice again. We saw a 4-on-4 in the first period. Interesting what we're going to see here in the second periods. And
looks like
maybe a 3-on-3?
I'm counting.
Oh, no, there's the fourth. Oh, no, it is going to be a 3-on-3. How about that?
But it looks like Kevin Shattenkirk is signaling for 4 players.
Yeah, see, that players don't even know.
We're going 4.
There we go. So we're going to be doing a 4-on-4 for this second period because Abanajud and Harper to take this face-off to get the second period started. And here we go for the final 20 minutes. If you're just joining us, Braden Shank and Jake Wilson with you. So glad you can be with us here on the DAF Media Network. The teams do switch sides. Team Matt Molson in the black jerseys moving from right to left on your screen. Team Marty St. Louis in the white jerseys from left to right. 5-5 our ball game. Peyton Krebs, he scores. Going top shelf, Peyton Krebs gets Team Molson their 6th goal of the contest.
Took just 21 seconds for us to get some more fireworks. The first fireworks are here in the second half. That's Peyton Krebs of the Buffalo Sabres.
And Krebs just, he was in the upper end of it. And you can see we're not doing a face-off here in the second period. We're just going with it. Down low, Hayden can't get it. We want to see some scoring here tonight. That's what the game's all about. Fans love scoring. Shot stopped by Spencer Knight. He makes another. Now here's Pesci on the near side. Zibanejad. Across the Stanford Shark. Over to the Sabre. Right back to Zibanejad.
Chance in front, Shattenkirk. Ooh. Good save there by Strauss. His first one of the half.
Strauss, man, he made himself 12 saves in this contest. Hayden now. Stopped by Spencer Knight, turning away the likes of Hayden. That's John Hayden, the Seattle Kraken center. One of the newest teams in the National Hockey League.
The newest.
The newest, that is correct. Krebs takes the shot, stopped by Mann. Strauss Mann repping the shark teeth for his leg pads.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely an interesting design. I think I saw Spencer Knight has some flowers on his mask, so they're getting some creative with it.
Definitely. Chris Kreider.
Will
chase. No ice here.
I mean, were we going to see the ref stop play here today?
Unless there's something egregious goes on the ice, which hasn't came close to happening yet, I doubt it.
Beattie. She loses it. Now Santini. Vlasic trying to help out on the defense. Can't. Here's Santini. Takes the shot, and he scores! Steve Santini with the goal. And that's another for Team Matt Molson. And it is now 7-5 in favor of Team Black.
Steve Santini, that king. From Bronxville, New York, just over the border, representing the area well. He was a recent free agent signee for Team Marty St. Louis after a couple of players unfortunately had to drop out, but he's making his presence known early tonight, or early in the half tonight.
He was a signing by Team St. Louis, later traded to Team Molson. I think as of today, he was traded to Team Molson because the roster I saw had him on Team Marty St. Louis, but now he's repping Team Black.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
I did just realize that too.
Vlasic has some room. Emma Vlasic loses it. Stays with it to Dorofeyev. Stopped by Spencer Knight. And Knight continues to be a brick wall. Goodrow and Fox, the pair of New York Rangers coming out on the ice. Bailey over to Trevor Zegras. Zegras stopped by Strauss-Mann, and that one skips out of play.
Yeah, that is interesting that you just mentioned that. Like you said, the most recent roster, we had Steve Santini on Team Martin St. Louis. Perhaps a little jersey creation mishap, or for whatever it's worth, he's on Team Matt Molson now.
And that one lost by Harper. Good stop once again by Spencer Knight. We don't want to speculate on it. You know, he's out there playing today, having a good game for himself.
Oh, yeah.
Nestorenko can't find the New York Islander. That was Josh Bailey. Or I should say Chicago Blackhawk now, just signed by Chicago. Actually was traded to Chicago, I should correct. Chris Kreider loses that one, the give and go. Now Nestorenko.
3-on-1 here.
The shot stopped by Mann once again. And that was a good shot right there off the stick of Brett Berard. And the former Providence College Friar, now Hartford Wolfpack member. Harper in front of the nets. And once again, it is Team Matt Molson holding strong on the defense. Shattenkirk to Nestorenko. Nikita Nestorenko to Berard. Just past the stick of Shattenkirk. 21 shots apiece for both of these teams.
Here's a test for Knight.
Harper, one man to beat, and Knight
it.
makes the stop. Right back to Milano, and he goes high and out. Oh, the refs let him play on. Pretty sure that hit off the netting. Nonetheless, they keep going. Nestorenko, actually Shattenkirk now to Nestorenko.
Nestorenko, the Coney Island native.
A former Boston University star, or Boston College star. My apologies.
Nikita Nestorenko of Brooklyn, New York.
What a name that is, I must add. Definitely one of the cooler names out here.
Definitely.
Strauss-Mann, right back to the New York Ranger. There's Kreider. Rangers had a good year this year, third in the NHL Metropolitan Division. They made it to the playoffs, but fell in the first round to the Devils. A lot of Rangers out here looking to avenge that and potentially pick up a Stanley Cup here for the upcoming 2023-24 season. Dorofeyev looking to defend that Stanley Cup with his Vegas Golden Knights. Ooh. Milano. Scrum forward, Shattenkirk up to the glove of Spencer Knight. Now Zibanejad. Looking to track it down, Chris Kreider. Teammates for the Rangers and now enemies here in the Shoulder Check Classic. Some fans bringing signs out here wearing their favorite players' jerseys. A special night for the sport of hockey. Milano, pass to Dorofeyev, he can't finish it. Coming the other ways with it. Here's Pesce. Brett Pesce. Zibanejad past his stick.
For Mika.
I'm just waiting for the chant to just start, or the crowd to just start chanting Mika, Mika. I feel like it would be fitting. Definitely a lot of Zibanejad jerseys here at the Terry Connors Ice Rink. Milano stopped by the blocker of Spencer Knight.
Definitely, I'd say you got probably around 90% Ranger uniforms for the fans here in the Terry Connors Ice House. See a few Flyers, Islanders, Bruins sprinkled in between, but Rangers strong definitely came out tonight in numbers.
And they have the most representation of any team out here today. They even have their own MC coming out today from MSG.
MSG, one of the largest sponsors of the Shoulder Check Classic tonight.
Santini behind the net with it. Spencer Knight pitching a shutout so far in this second period.
It's probably the longest Team Marty St. Louis has gone without a goal. It's coming up on 7 minutes now.
Zibanejad. Over to Santini. They'll need to clear the zone on it. Can't keep it in, but again, 4-on-4, a pretty easy task. Zibanejad. Over to Krebs, Peyton Krebs. Showing off the moves, playing the defenses. The likes of Phil Kemp, one of the best defenders in the National Hockey League, and native of Greenwich, Connecticut. Team captain of Yale with his time with the Bulldogs.
That's another Brunswick Bruin, former class of 2015. Also a varsity lacrosse player for the Bruins, very talented lacrosse program.
Krebs. Right back to Santini. Now to Pesce. Zibanejad. Zibanejad, that one skips out into the neutral zone. Once again, Team Matt Molson will need to clear the zone, but definitely the longest possession time we've seen so far tonight.
Definitely. You can see some of the guys starting to slow down. You know, you wonder if a little bit of fatigue is getting to them, but oh, chance here in front.
Emma Vlasic behind the nets.
Strauss Mann hanging in there this half.
Now here's Barkley Goodrow.
Another New York Ranger.
Stopped by Spencer Knight. What's new? That pass all the way down ice. Harper knocks it down with his left glove. Adam Fox on the interception. Pass over to the far side and his fellow New York Ranger. That's Brett Berard. Berard wide open. One man to beat, and Knight makes another stop. That time Harper was looking to sneak one past Knight.
And Patrick Harper with the between the legs trying to get Spencer Knight through trickery, but he didn't fall for it.
Josh Bailey to Trevor Zegras.
Zegras looks like he's up to something.
The 2-on-1.
Tries to get through.
That one can't be finished. As now here comes Team St. Louis. Kenny Agostino was looking for one there. Now there's Harper. Trevor Zegras gets the lucky bounce on it. Zegras. The fast break, the shot. Stopped by the glove of Strauss-Mann.
Strauss-Mann standing on his head. That's a great goal. That's a nice save right there from one of the NHL's best. I mean, to save one of the NHL's best shots.
The University of Michigan product, one of the best goalies to play for the Wolverines, and that is a goal. Pavel Dorofeyev of the Vegas Golden Knights puts one in for Team St. Louis, and they are looking to cut the deficit down, but a quick restart for Shattenkirk and Team Molson. Frozen by Strauss-Mann.
Took Team Martin St. Louis a little bit over 9 minutes to get one of the back of net this half. Polar opposite of what their offensive performance was in this first half, but really the second half, we've seen a slowdown in the offense. Although right here, we might get another goal. That's just off the back of the net in.
Shot there by Hayden, stopped by Knights. Milano tries again. Harper, right back to Milano. Can't get the finishing touch. Bailey on the good end of it. Tenacious defense played by Team Marty St. Louis. Harper. Josh Bailey coming the other way. Bailey to Trevor Zegras. Zegras showing off the speed. The one-on-one. Zegras stopped by Strauss-Mann.
Strauss-Mann's had his number tonight, I will say.
And Mann is looking to keep his team in this. They have not led since it was 1-0. And that was off of the opening shootout goal by Sonny Milano. A shot there. Stopped by Spencer Knights.
That's great hand-eye coordination right there from Knight. That's why he was one of the best goaltenders in all of college hockey and is well on his way to become one of the best goaltenders in the National Hockey League when he gets back with the Florida Panthers.
Well, Knight might have only attended Darien High School for 1 year. I think you could say he was the greatest athlete to ever attend Darien High School.
Oh, yeah.
Before he went over to Avon Old Farms.
He's definitely up there, if not the.
And that is a goal. A quick one, but it gets in. That time off the stick of number 15, John Hayden of the Seattle Kraken.
And that's another one-timer. Looks like that's about, that's been getting both the goalies' numbers. One-timers have been struggling, have been a struggle for both of them.
Sonny Milano on the far side. In the attacking zone, looking for Hayden. Knight gets in the middle of it. We're knotted up at 7 with 8.5 to go.
Might get some, this game's getting pretty close. Could get, some fireworks towards the end of the game. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a shootout even.
That would be something if we saw a shootout here.
Really
Pesci.
would.
Now Wolf Filer. Wolf Filer of the CT Whale. Only native of California out here, coming coast to coast to play in this contest.
Wow.
And fun fact, she actually scored the first goal for the PHF after their rebrand from the NWHL.
Oh yeah, Most Valuable Player Award in 2011 for them as well. She went to Northeastern, so she's well adjusted to the Northeast.
Another Boston area college, we'll call it.
Yep.
I think, what do we got? BC, BU, Northeastern.
BC, BU. Jonathan Quick went to UMass Amherst.
UMass Amherst, UMass Boston, I believe, is a player out here today.
UMass Lowell as well.
Look at that.
Yeah.
The Boston colleges coming up big.
Definitely.
Plus, we've got some Connecticut representation, as we keep mentioning. A couple of Yale players in there. I think a Quinnipiac player somewhere.
And that Quinnipiac program really has just, been taking to new heights in the last 5 or 6 years. Obviously, capping it off in the national championship win this most recent season. Second Connecticut school to win a national championship in, I think, about 2 weeks with UConn, the men's basketball team winning.
Door 5 to Kemp. Now to Kreider. Savannah Judd. Along the near side, gets it over to Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs with some room. Takes a shot. Stopped by Strauss-Mann.
That's a great effort there by Kreider. Just right when Krebs is about to pull the trigger, Kreider was able to get a stick on his and get a little bit of a lift to make Strauss-Mann's job a lot easier.
Crowd still going strong here at Terry Connors Ice Rink. Dorofeyev loses it to Zibanejad. Mika along the neutral zone with it. Now to Peyton Krebs.
Krebs looking for revenge. Can't get it past Kemp.
Santini. And Team Martin St. Louis is running away with the shots on goal in this contest. 37-27. They lead in that category, but it's tied 7-7. Krebs looking to take a little off the off speed. Now to Santini. Steven Santini to Krebs. 6:13 to go. Zibanejad. Shot cross ice. Receiving it is the New York Ranger, Adam Fox. Fox, he was tied in the fourth in the NHL in defenseman when it came to assists this season.
Yeah, great, real, vital part of the New York Rangers tandem.
And Zibanejad was looking to show off the move on that one, not able to finish it. Dorofeyev. Just off the stick of Krebs. Adam Fox keeps with it. The Rangers are 15-0 when he scored multiple points in games this year. So he's got that spark plug factor in him. He just needs to get 2 points here today, and then maybe Team St. Louis can make it 16-0.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's shaping up to be a good ending as we get about close to 75% way through this second half. Augustino.
I mean, imagine if a real NHL game had this pace of play. 20 minutes, no stopping.
37 shots on goal, and we're not even done. And if it was a real NHL game, we'd have another period to play. They might reach 60 goals on that, shots on that.
Oh. Bailey, stopped by Mann. And he thought about freezing it, but didn't want to be the first one to freeze a puck in this ball game. I mean, that's the thing is, you don't want to give up a goal, but you also don't want to be the first goalie to freeze the puck because maybe it's a sign that you're slowing down. It's all a mental game out here
Definitely.
today.
I think we had a couple of stoppages early in the first half, maybe.
But I think that was for the puck going out of play.
Yeah.
I don't think it was any icing or any frozen pucks. No penalties. So referee's keeping a tight grip on this game.
Definitely.
Here's Zegras. To Nestorenko, the two Anaheim Ducks.
Zegras,
and that's a goal! Trevor Zegras and the Mighty Ducks strike again. It's now 8-7 in favor of Team Matt Molson.
He's getting that corn on the cob celebration. But, yeah, that's, that's Trevor Zegras doing Trevor Zegras things, getting it past Strauss-Mann there to get Team Matt Molson their 8th goal of the game. Another chance for the Ducks. Nestorenko this time. Great save there by Strauss.
Looking like some Gordon Bombay hockey out there with the Ducks over there making some fancy moves.
This chance, another save for Spencer Knight.
And Knight just continues to rack them up. 25th save of the game, if my math is correct. Tripping up is Kreider and Nestorenko. Zegras rather, fakes it. Shoots it between the legs, stopped by Mann. No call by our referee. Some fans thought we should have seen it.
Some fans thought we should have seen a Michigan there, I think.
And Trevor Zegras, the native of Bedford, New York, only about 25 minutes from Stamford, Connecticut, went to Avon Old Farms. And again, he's definitely got some Connecticut roots, thus he's coming back to play in this game here today.
A high school teammate of Spencer Knight.
Just going to say that. So leads the NHL in points per game of rookies. Here's Nestorenko. Zegras to his left. Nestorenko. And Zegras can't get the finishing touch.
And that was almost a carbon copy of their last goal, just flipped the sides. Zegras wants that one back, I'm sure.
Sonny Milano looking to get the equalizer. 8-7 in favor of Team Matt Molson. Team St. Louis looking to extend this game, but they need a goal first. If you're just joining us, you're watching the DAF Media Network. Braden Schenk, Jake Wilson with you. So glad you can be with us. Harper takes the shot, stopped by Knight.
Great save. In
front of the crease. Milano still has it. Harper, and that's a goal through the 5-hole off the stick of Johnny Hayden. And the Kraken adds another. Beware.
We're all tied up here with 2:20 to play. Hey, things are starting to get some interesting.
Team St. Louis looking for their first lead again since it was 1-0, since the puck was dropped. Dorofeyev Harper, he can't finish it. Pesci. Brett Pesci slowing down. 1:50 to go. Does he have the heroics in him? Shattenkirk. Now to Wolfeiler. Pesci. Down low. Bernard. 95 seconds to go. This one's going to clear into the neutral zone.
Chance here for Team St. Louis to take the lead here as we get under 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Milano.
Pass over to door 5. He can't convert on that one. Post comes off.
And Milano's already got a hat trick tonight. He's looking to add a few more.
Wolfeiler, can she be the hero? Pass over to Pesci.
Fans getting into it now.
Santini, stop wide open and scoring it. It's Brett Berard. And it is now 9-8 in favor of Team Matt Molson. Off the stick of Brett Berard, the fans are going nuts here.
Yeah, and Strauss, man, he wishes he got that one back. That just
Fox,
bounced right
can the
out.
defender tie it? No, we can't. Knight with the stop.
Spencer Knight proving again why he's putting up an MVP performance tonight.
9-8 in favor of Team Matt Molson.
Spencer Knight giving his team the opportunity to stay in this one.
40 seconds to go. Fox, does he have some late heroics in him? Looking to cap off a great shoulder check classic.
In these last 30 seconds.
Harper
and
to Milano.
Like Team St. Louis pulled the goalie. They're going to get their 5th man on the ice.
Kreider comes out. 22 seconds to go, trying to wrap it around. Empty net for Team St. Louis. It would be a dagger if Molson can put one up. Goodrow can't get the shot on. Keeping it in. Kreider over to Milano. Down low, Fox. He directs it in! Adam Fox at the buzzer. The defender knots us up at 9 apiece. And we have some more hockey inside the Terry Connors ice rink.
And I was about to say, it seemed like the Matt Molson defense, that's what's been the prime part of their team the entire night. And Spencer Knight, obviously, being, you know, the three-headed snake that he is in net. And he just let that one get right by him. 3 seconds left remaining. The fans are chanting shootout.
And that's what we will see.
Are communicating.
So it's going to be a 5-shot shootout.
We're going to have a shootout, folks.
Here we go.
The NHL thing, we'll play 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. And if it's still tied, shootout right away. Obviously I'm not sure what's going on. We'll do shut up. Yeah, we'll just do a 5-man shootout. So good luck.
5-man shootout, just like the NHL. For those of you not familiar with the rules, if there's a 5-man shootout, whoever obviously has the most by the end of those 5 will win. But if it's tied up by the end, then it goes to 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 until a winner is decided.
Emma Vlasic, the Connecticut Whale, first up for Team Martin St. Louis.
Spencer Knight looking to cap off an MVP performance.
Vlasic shot just wide.
He'll keep his campaign going.
So unable to convert on it is Team Martin St. Louis.
And now we got who else but Trevor Zegras, the star rookie for the Anaheim Ducks. Strauss Mann versus Trevor Zegras. So that's what we've seen a lot today. He's trying to get to Michigan.
Zegras tries to sneak one past, no good.
He tried to get his signature move, just couldn't get it on the ice here.
Sonny Milano, the man with the hair, looking for another. He's got a hat trick already. Milano. Stopped by Knight, and the goalies hold strong.
And I mean, how often do you get this personal of a shootout in your life?
Alyssa Wolfeiler of the Connecticut Whale. Wolfeiler. Making the move, stopped by Mann. And through 2 rounds, we have no score.
So we went for the 5-hole, and Strauss Mann said no.
And now here is Chris Kreider, the captain.
One of the fan favorites. The crowd's getting a little rowdy here, trying to get past Knight to put St. Louis in the lead.
Slowing down, and he scores! Chris Kreider playing some games with it, and the captain puts Team Martin St. Louis up 1-0.
And that's a move that we've seen popularized pretty recently in hockey, to back in, blind the goalie.
Just wait, Jake. Here comes Mika Fans on their feet. Can Mika get the equalizer? Round 4. Zabanajad. He loses it. And now just like that, Team Martin St. Louis needs 1 goal to win the Shoulder Check Classic. They gonna let the fans pick it, or Adam Fox, the New York Ranger, to take it. The defender had the goal with 3 seconds left. Can he win it for Team Martin St. Louis? Stopped by Spencer Knight.
Spencer Knight exhibiting how clutch of a goalie he really can be.
And it all comes down to Kenny Agostino. The 7th pick in the Shoulder Check draft, looking to extend it. Agostino, stopped by Straussman. And I don't, do they know what's going on? I think we're going to keep going.
It looks like we are.
Here's John Hayden. Hayden has 2 goals to his name. And he goes top shelf.
And that was, I mean, that's touch right there from John Hayden, the Seattle Kraken.
And that's the game
the white
right
team
there.
has won it.
Team Martin St. Louis with the winner. It's John Hayden, the hero.
Looks like they're in a little win by 2 action right there.
Of course you got to win by 2. It makes sense. And Team Martin St. Louis perseveres, and they take the first annual Shoulder Check Classic thanks to the 3rd goal from John Hayden. What a night this was, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
What a night.
Yeah, you know, we mentioned it a lot, but, you know, that's some of the best hockey that you're going to see in person. You know, really great to see such talented players in such a fun setting, as now they're going to gather around each other to, you know, kind of do, you know, what this event was all about, which is, you know, make contact. And I think that obviously they made some contact tonight on the ice, but you know, it's great to see them gather around each other for this picture at the end.
As the message has been all night, reach out, check in, make contact.
Definitely.
And that is what we saw here with the first annual Shoulder Check Classic. Team Martin St. Louis taking down Team Matt Molson in a shootout in 6 rounds, or I think it was 6 rounds. I think our count was right on that. But just what a night of hockey this was. Again, thank you to the Thorsons for, you know, putting this vision to motion on that, and truly just a special night of hockey, if you want to touch on that.
Definitely, and you know, this really obviously was a special night, and it was, you know, we want to obviously also give a thanks, obviously, to Mr. Rob Thorson and Mrs. Sarah Thorson for putting on this event. And once again, if you are interested in learning more about the HT40 Foundation, you can see that at www.ht40.org. And that's where you'll also find a donation link there. If you'd like to donate now, it's a little bit easier. You can text Shoulder Check, which is just 1 word, to 56651. That's 56651 to make your donation today.
Again, it's only simply 5 numbers away. Just text Shoulder Check to that number, make a donation, and help this great cause that put on tonight's action. Just truly a special night. I mean, we saw a little bit of everything, as we said in the open. It came down to that last shootout. And I think we'll send it back down to the ice with our MC for tonight's final closing thoughts.
Definitely.
Remember, reach out, check in, make contact, and kindness is cool. Thanks for coming. Drive safe, and we'll see you all next time.
Again, the legendary MC of tonight's event, Dave Maloney, coming all the way over from MSG to be the voice of this event. Definitely. We were the radio or the television voices of it. He was the voice in the arena right there. So thank you for Dave Maloney for coming out to this contest here tonight. And we got to talk about the game a little bit. I mean, Team Matt Molson, Jonathan Quick, they were fired up for this today.
Yeah.
I mean, how are they going to recover after this?
I mean, yeah, no, these guys, you know, it was no joke for them. You know, makes me think there might have been a little bit more than just bragging rights on the line for Matt Molson versus Marty St. Louis with their assistants, Ben Prentice and Jonathan Quick. But, you know, it was good hockey. You know, I think we really saw the NHL's best on display, and, you know, they really tried to exhibit their best skills. Obviously, as we mentioned various times throughout the broadcast, we saw amazing, you know, really amazing goalkeepers on both sides, but Spencer Knight specifically had an outstanding game, a lot of clutch saves, including the clutch save towards the end of regulation to send it to a shootout. Fortunately, that last shot just, you know, got by him for the win, to seal the win for Team Marty St. Louis, and also Straussman on the other side. He had, you know, if not as many saves a little bit less maybe than Spencer Knight, but nevertheless an amazing game by him. And you know, I think if I had to personally pick an MVP, I'd really have to go between Spencer Knight, but also I'd say Chris Kreider, the captain of Chris Kreider, the captain of Team St. Louis, the New York Ranger, fan favorite here. Really an amazing performance to lead his team out here. And, you know, it takes a lot to keep these guys energized for all what it was, 40 minutes tonight. And, you know, really props to the players as well for keeping the fans entertained and really appreciating this event for what it was and, you know, appreciating the magnitude of it. And I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of good that comes to this event. And for those of you who liked watching the event tonight, you should stay tuned because the shoulder check is not done yet. There's going to be, currently, there's plans to expand it to various other sports, lacrosse, baseball, maybe even some concerts. So stay tuned and know that the shoulder check is here to stay.
Again, thank you to Rob and Sarah Thorson for, first of all, bringing us on to broadcast this game here today, but also putting on this entire event here today. Truly a breathtaking event for not only the game of hockey, but the community of hockey. A very tight, well-known community, and I guess they all showed up today, and they really brought the energy, brought the electricity to this place here at Terry Connors. I do want to thank our DAF Media production crew, though they weren't moving as fast as the players out there today. I don't know. Adam Nelson, Marcus Ashcraft, Jason Bellingham, Eric Bellingham, Connor Fagan. They were moving pretty quickly their own, you know, with bringing you all the camera shots, the graphics, the replays, the directing. Also want to thank Damian Andrew, Bruce Ferguson, our DAF Media advisors, for overseeing this entire operation. I want to thank the entire crew here at Terry Connors for their hospitality. I think that's just about it. I want to thank you, Jake Wilson, for coming on for one last ride here, for calling this game in the Shoulder Check Classic. So again, Team Martin St. Louis takes down Team Matt Molson in the first annual Shoulder Check Classic. For our entire DAF Media production crew, Jake Wilson, saying so long from Terry and Connors Ice Rink. I've been Braden Shank, and this has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.